Hi everyone, this is Greg and this is Oz by Drone. This is a bit of an impromptu stream today. Normally I don't stream in the middle of the day or in the middle of the week. It's normally only on the weekend, but I wanted to have a chat to some people and, well, here we go. So what I want to talk about today is what happened on this weekend for me. A couple of things. Oh, let's get that echo out of there. I don't need that. Hi Chris, nice to see you. So this weekend I went flying, or at least I didn't. Let's rewind. I didn't actually go flying. I went driving with my producer. I was teaching my producer, whose name I'm not allowed to mention on air, my daughter, and she was driving. So she's 16 years old and I'm teaching her how to drive. And we ended up at a place called Stanwell Tops. And this is a place that I'd flown my Phantom for before. It's also a place where they launch hang gliders and other aircraft in the area off the edge of the cliff, and it's a really, really beautiful scenic area. Anyway, so I got there and I saw some signs up saying that this is a drone-free zone, and these signs were erected by Wollongong Council. Now, in principle, I agree with the intent of not having drones flying there, particularly when you've got gliders and other manned aircraft in the area. But the point is, why would someone want to be discriminating against a quad or a drone? Hi Respi Bob, hi Steve Mac. In fact, let me go and put some of this chat up on the screen over the side over there. There we go. Yeah, so why would we be wanting to discriminate against one type of aircraft and not another? So why would a council declare it a drone-free zone but allow gliders to fly there? In my case, when I flew there before, I went to the trouble of going and looking for the ground station of the people who were controlling the hang gliding events there. And they said they were happy for me to fly, but they said, look, when it's our turn and when the wind is right for us and it's going to change in about an hour from now, they said, we need you to get down at that time. And I said, sure, no problem. And I had a beautiful day, which reminds me I must edit that footage one day and put it into something and upload it, but that's another story. So yeah, my rant of the day is firstly on councils. They don't have the right to regulate airspace in Australia. The airspace is controlled by CASA. It's federally owned, federally controlled. So the Australian federal government, if they delegate control of airspace to someone else, then fair enough. They have given that power and that control to the national parks. It's also a federally controlled area, and they've got some rules about where you can and cannot fly in national parks in Australia, and I support that. But we don't want to have every single council saying this is a drone-free zone. Anyway, so that's my first little rant of the day. And the second one is I saw a preview clip for something that's going to be on a current affair tonight, where supposedly they're talking about drones and they're talking about privacy and how some people are creating websites. And in those websites, they're posting up either photos or videos, pardon me, photos or videos of things that invade people's privacy. Now, if that does exist, that's, a bit disconcerting. But why does it matter if it's a drone? I mean, there are people who've got mobile phones. If I pick up my mobile phone and I go out into the street and I record and I post that on the internet, wow, congratulations. Why does it matter if the camera is on a mobile phone or flying in the air? If people are invading privacy, regardless of whether or not the camera can fly, it's not a good thing. And I had a chat to John about this morning, and we're certainly going to talk about it more on Oz by Drone this weekend. But let's give a really simple example. If you've got a mobile phone and you position it, let's say on your feet, on your foot, and you film upwards and there's a female standing in front of you, that's totally inappropriate, and there's laws to protect against that. What if it was a drone? Exactly the same thing. Not that you'd have a drone on your foot, but there are laws to prevent people from doing the wrong thing in that regard. It shouldn't matter if the camera is a flying camera or a handheld camera. Privacy is privacy. Now, in Australia, the law says if you are flying and filming in a public place, people do not have a right or an expectation to privacy. Now, my own view is when you're flying, and there's actually been a number of videos where people have posted and they've shown what you can actually really see when you're at altitude. Okay, so if you're at a decent altitude where you're looking at the scenery, you can't spy on people. The only time you can actually get some footage where you're really close to someone and spying on them is when the drone's going to be as loud as all buggery. It's going to be really, really loud, and people are not going to be, not going to be filmed without their knowledge, right? So people know they're being filmed and it's in public, then, what's the concern? Now, there is a concern about safety, and we've got to maintain the 30-meter rule. Okay, so let's talk about the 30-meter rule. Let's say we're 30 meters in the XY plane, and at Z we're another 30 meters up. I'm going to go and film that later today, maybe, if I get some time, and have someone standing somewhere nearby. And the question is, what can you actually see? That's the minimum distance that you can legally get to someone. What can you actually see? So I think the short answer is people who are getting closer, one, you're going to know about it. Two, they shouldn't be flying that close anyway in Australia. So tonight, I think it's at 7 p.m, or at least that's the time in Sydney that A Current Affair is going to air. If I can, I'm going to try and have A Current Affair on the screen, and I'm potentially going to do a live stream at that time, at 7 p.m. Sydney time. And have you guys, especially those in Australia, obviously it's going to be in the middle of the night for everyone else. So apologies to you, but it'd be interesting to commentate on this live as it happens. So let's just read some of the chat here. Yeah, it's a good story. They love to scare people. Yeah, that's what news shows do and current affair type programs do. If you're in public, you're on a camera somewhere. So let's talk about that. If you're in public, you've got the traffic cameras, you've got the council cameras, you've got cameras that may be associated with buildings or businesses that are CCTV cameras. So you're being filmed every minute that you are in a public space. And then you talk about people with cell phones. They're uploading videos to YouTube every day. We don't need to freak out about the fact that drones are uploading footage. Now, I haven't seen what it is that A Current Affair is going to be publishing tonight, but it'll be interesting to have a look at it. And again, if those people in Australia want to come and join us, I'll stream at that time later today. The media has a negative impact. Yes, it does. And it's very unfortunate. Hovering over a pool. Well, let's talk about that again. 30 meters in the horizontal and vertical plane away from someone in a pool. Now, you're not going to be able to see anything that is really concerning. And if you fly any closer, they're going to know about it pretty quickly. And that is a problem. Jazz, what did you miss? So we're talking about two topics. I'm just having a bit of a rant. We've got something on a TV show tonight where they're going to sensationalize drones being used to invade people's privacy. And supposedly there's this magic website where people are posting this stuff up now. I'm going to have a look at it tonight. And at 7 o'clock, approximately Australian time, we're going to do a live stream. And yeah, that'll be interesting. And I'm going to commentate on it live, so we'll see how we go. Just to let you know, Recipe Bob, at the moment it's 11:44. So 11:45. So that's 7 odd hours away from now. So if you're working nights, well, we'll see how we go. The other topic that I spoke about earlier is a local council in the area. So this local council, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to go and let's try something. Just open a web browser. We'll go to and I'll see if I can do a screen capture of this. Video capture, audio network screen capture. And I'll capture just one window, and I'll capture just that one. Hey Caleb, hey Steve. So I've got that there. I've just got to zoom it a little bit. I didn't plan this bit very well, did I? Scale to fit. Nearly there. Bit wider. There we go. So this is the place where I was. Bald Hill Lookout. So in fact, we've seen some videos previously of people who've been flying in this area, flying around that bridge, and it's absolutely beautiful. I've flown there myself, and I will have to one day edit that video, as I said before. But here's what happened, right? So I was at the Bald Hill Lookout. I got there because I was taking my daughter on a driving lesson, and we got there and I saw these signs that were up there, and they're telling us it's a no drone zone, and these signs were erected by Wollongong City Council. And I just had a bit of a problem with that. So let me explain. It's a place where hang gliding and parasailing and all sorts of other things happen out there, but not all the time. So when there is other aircraft in the area, we absolutely need to be respectful of that and not fly, and existing CASA regulations make that perfectly clear. Me personally, when I flew there once before, I approached the people who were doing the glider flying, and I said, I'm a licensed drone pilot, I'd like to fly here, I want to do it safely. What can we do to keep me happy and make sure that you guys are not going to be inconvenienced? And they said, no problem, you've got an hour before we're going to be up in the air because the wind's going to change, and no problem. So I went and flew, and that was really, really beautiful. But then I came back there this weekend, and these signs, it's a drone-free zone. So my first question, and I rang Wollongong Council this morning and I spoke to them, and I asked them, you know, has someone at Wollongong Council passed a bylaw or some other regulation that has made this a drone-free zone? And if so, can I have a copy? And if not, what gives someone in Wollongong Council the right to erect these signs, preventing people from doing something that's totally lawful? And when I was there, right, so there was someone, some tourists, someone from Colombia and somewhere else, and they had a Mavic, and they actually launched the Mavic. They hadn't seen the signs. And some other people approached them and told them, oh, you can't fly here, it's against the law, and the council's going to come and get you. It's not a good look. It's a beautiful area, and they could have taken some beautiful footage and taken it back to their family and friends overseas, and in turn that could have been used, you know, to promote tourism in Australia. So what gives council the right to prevent people from flying in airspace that they don't own or control? I agree that there is a need to have some airspace management. So maybe they could have put a sign up here that says it is unlawful to fly a drone if there are gliders in the air. Perfectly sensible, perfectly legal. It's telling people about existing laws that already exist today. But making it a drone-free zone, unlawful. Council themselves are discriminating. If you go and talk to CASA, And you ask them a drone versus a glider versus a hot air balloon, it's just another aircraft. They don't care what it is. And council, by making it a drone-free zone but allowing gliders, they're discriminating against those people who would like to enjoy their hobby. And in Australia, there's the Anti-Discrimination Act. They can't do that. It's illegal. It's unlawful. So that's my rant for the day. Thanks for those who've joined the session. Let's just go back to the comments, see what we got here. Beautiful idea, beautiful area. Yeah, it is. Anyway. What else? Just to share with people, I have posted today all of the prize packs for the last 4 weeks. So those have all gone out. So those people who won, that's in the mail at the moment. I also posted my own DJI Osmo Plus back to DJI. When I got it, there was a fault with it, and the battery was discharging like 20% in 5 minutes. So that would have been a very, very short battery life. 25 minutes for an entire battery life for an Osmo Plus, not a good look. The other thing is that it was randomly disconnecting from my mobile phone, so definitely something faulty with that. That's gone back to DJI. What else have I got to talk about? Any signs of remote airplanes? There's no airplanes in the area, Chris. Like I said, only gliders and all of that kind of stuff. Are there any signs for the use of remote airplanes? So gliders are well known in the area. That's the reason probably why council put up the sign. Anyway, look, that's enough for now. I won't stick around, but do come 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to watch A Current Affair, an Australian television program, and I'll try and put it in the virtual studio on the TV in the background, and we're going to commentate about what it is that they're talking about with drones live. Okay, so thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. Please do subscribe. And a reminder about that competition, giving away the Osmo Mobile, not the Osmo Plus, giving away the Osmo Mobile. If every single one of our viewers went and got one person to subscribe to the channel and we doubled our viewers, we'd be very close to our 1,000. So please help us out and get it, you know. I'm just going to quickly comment. It's a designated hang gliding area, Steve. Yes, you're absolutely 100% perfect. And the law in Australia, and in fact, where is my phone? I don't have it here. We have an app that is called Can I Fly There or Can I Fly Here? I can't remember the name of it. And when I was there and this guy was in his Mavic, I actually opened the app and I showed him, yes, you can fly here, but with restrictions. And the restrictions are that you need to not be in the air if there are other manned aircraft in the air. Simple as that. So if there's a glider up, you've got to get down. And I fully support that. That's the law. That's what CASA already says. But council don't have the right to regulate. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that for now. I was saying something else. I can't remember. Oh yeah, please do like, please do subscribe, please do ask your friends to subscribe to the channel. If everyone here got one extra person into the channel, we'd hit our target of 1,000, and I'll just share why it is that I want to hit 1,000. We've had our channel previously blocked and banned by YouTube, and we cannot appeal that unless we're a partner. And you are only a partner when you hit 1,000 subscribers plus a certain number of viewing hours per year. So my target is to hit that number so that if we have problems again, we can get in touch with them. So please help us. Ask your mother to subscribe, or your father, or your brother, or your sister. We do have interesting stuff here, and they can find out what you're up to. So if we hit 1,000, actually, let me do that now. Here we go. If I put that thing there, is that going to work? So that's where we are now, 395. You know, it'd be fun if we hit 400. Oh, 394. Someone just unsubscribed. I don't like that. Did one of you guys just bail? Caleb, you said you got someone to do it right now. Well, maybe they were already a subscriber and they unsubscribed. Anyway, I want to try and hit 400 today. That's my target for today, 6 new people. But I'll stop talking about subscribers now. But yeah, help us out. Let's grow the channel. Let's become a YouTube partner so that next time something goes wrong, I can open a support ticket. Because if you have problems with YouTube, you can't do anything about it if you're not a partner. You can ask your dog to subscribe since you don't know anyone, Mike. Well, as long as your dog's got a YouTube account, that's okay. Okay, look, I'll stop for now. It's been a fun chat, and I'll see you on Sunday, Australian time, 11. That is Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. And we'll also see you tonight at 7 p.m. Let me just have one more look at the magic number before we go. See if it did go up. No, it's back to 395. Okay, see you next time, guys. Have a good one. Bye for now.